We love style. We love grace. We love Miss
United States. Yeah, hyaluronic, all that. $26.
Hyaluronic, all that.
You know,
Yeah.
niacinamide, I'm sure.
Yeah.
$420.
What am I looking at?
Hard candy.
Hard candy that people are peeling the stickers off of your $60 pallets at TJ Maxx. Why don't you worry about that? But I ain't gonna say that.
Take it back to the drawing board on your arnica farm.
I know.
Because calling this an innovation was wild. Girl, I'm blending into the furniture.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
You look like Orville Peck.
Literally, I could blend in.
You look like Orville Peck, and that is a compliment, so don't even come for me.
Absolutely.
I think Orville Peck is like chef's kiss.
Yes.
Because you have like the slicked hair right now, wet hair, and this half-covered face. You're giving Orville Peck. You're wearing all the same color from face to
I know,
ankle.
and I didn't plan on the mask. I was just wearing pink pants because you were, and then I was like, oh, this matches, and then I put this on. This is the self-care day, not self-care episode. Today we're talking about all new makeup. It's a giant purchase or pass, but we are tired, and we said today is going to be an eye mask day. I cut your hair. You have the one size mask on. I'm wearing the, what is this?
The Dr. Jart cryo rubber. This is the firming collagen mask where you put on the ampule and then it's like the weird
rubber
baby
mask.
face on the front.
Girl baloney. My baloney has that first name.
And
He's escaping! Yeah.
He's escaping! The killer is escaping!
God, Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson in American Horror Story. Asylum.
Oh my God.
Asylum was a weird season, mama.
Do yourself a favor and YouTube Sarah Paulson screaming, "The killer is escaping."
Because it was a trending audio for a while on TikTok.
Yeah.
Where it was like, and people were like, help me! He's escaping. Like, girl, it was funny as hell. But if you've never seen her or heard it, you gotta look her up doing "The Killer is Escaping" from Asylum.
She's the only human being who can scream like that without moving anything
her
but
brows.
her lips. Yeah.
Mama, does she have Botox? Because that
Only
face
this,
doesn't move.
literally.
Nobody
He's escaping!
Because it's amazing. Like, no, because you know what? She can move her face.
Oh, yeah.
And now the thing about it, the emotion that came in her face. But in that moment, help me!
It's
like,
the tone of her scream,
and
too,
it's her not
really
taking
jarring.
the eyes off of the guy and screaming down the hallway the other way.
Yeah. The killer is escaping!
The other way, mama.
Totally.
I can't.
It's that, like, it's the tone of her scream sometimes is very irritating. And it was like, that is
and Roanoke, too, mama.
Oh, God.
Screaming for Matt.
I don't even remember.
The guy's name was Matt or something.
I blacked out in Roanoke. It was not my fave.
Well, yeah, because that was during Gaga's Joanne era when she was playing that
She was
witch.
the basement witch.
Yeah, and I was like, mama.
But
anyway, welcome back to another brand new episode of Beautiful and Bothered.
Hi. And I also have a hair mask in. That's why I washed my hair real quick.
Oh, okay. I thought you just had it wet to go with the self-care look.
No, I did. I just shampooed my hair. And then first thing, purchase the Keratinique hair mask.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. I featured it in the best of the year last year. It's so good.
I love their shampoo conditioner, like the strengthening shampoo conditioner. Yeah. Smells amazing, feels amazing.
Great. Yes.
Love it.
I love those. And then I had switched to the Biolage.
I love Biolage.
But I still use the Biolage leave-in treatment is still my favorite, but that's when I'm styling. But this is a hair mask. So I was like, we're filming for an hour or so. Let me leave it in extra long.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else? We were supposed to go to a Billie Eilish listening party for her new album today.
Yes.
And it was in Brooklyn. So
it was in Brooklyn.
Did not.
We did not. We learned our lesson, and listen, today drained me.
Today drained me.
It was, I don't know what it, I know what it is. Let me stop.
Yeah.
Let me stop telling tales out of school because I know it's draining me. But you know, it's just like there are certain things I've learned in my life that we commit to at first. I'm so excited. And then when it comes down to the day, I'm like, there's so much to do.
I know.
And the fact that we would have had to have left 2 hours ago.
Girl, I know. We didn't even get ready for this podcast. Let alone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
2 hours late.
Yeah. So,
I know, girl.
Anybody going to the Billie listening party in Brooklyn, we were supposed to be there.
We were supposed to be there, but we would have got home at like 2:30, and it's like in the morning probably, or just too late. Too late.
I'm sure we would have had fun.
Yes.
But there's going to be many of opportunities to come.
Yes. When you're over 30, every social interaction you have to ask yourself, what's my return on investment?
and Mama, do I really Brooklyn?
I know,
It was
girl.
going to be an hour and a half drive
Why didn't she do it in a Manhattan
from
theater?
this like Uber, and I was like, Mama, too much traffic.
I know.
To go that short of a distance, and it was going to take an hour and a half. I was like, Mama,
to go 15
Mama,
miles.
No, Mama, I don't want
15 miles of time for you. What's that song? You know.
Oh, yeah, I know. Hold on. Is that the Fray? Is that the Fray?
I think so. Maybe. Yeah.
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
Right. Is it years? Oh, and they keep adding
Da.
years.
Yeah. And it's like that weird montage where it's almost like Will and Grace music in the back of like their opening intro. And I'm like, what is this song?
Yeah.
Anyway, girl, we're just doing what we need to do.
We're doing what we can.
So we have a bottle of wine on the floor. I'm drinking an energy drink for some ungodly reason, and I have a headache. So this new flavor, girl.
Great.
The way I need to be on this PR list with the way that I promote them and the way that
I know.
The amount of money that I spend on these
You better not. Now that I don't know how I got on the PR list.
Mama.
I'm not kidding you. A box of Alani just showed up at my house one day. And I was like, what? Like
the way that I
never
bought
asked me
this
for an address,
flavor,
nothing.
Really?
That one is a little cotton candy-ish for me.
And
that's your tea.
And it's pink slush.
Yeah.
And it's like this strawberry-esque flavor that Paris Hilton was like the face of.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like all pink everything. So I was like, I'm intrigued, but what's the flavor?
Yeah.
And then pink slush, I love the blue slush. So I was like, work, Mama.
Yeah, the blue slush is good.
Blue slush is.
And then what was the one before that they sent me? It was like just more of a you know what I mean? It's pink.
Cherry twist.
Cherry twist.
Cherry twist.
Cherry twist.
Wicked. Cherry twist is lit. I love that. And then cherry slush is the little red cans that they sent you.
Yes.
Like it.
That's
don't love
okay.
it. Cherry twist is.
Yeah. I do like Alani better than Celsius.
I do too. The flavors are superior. The watermelon Celsius, my brother gave me one the other day. Probably my favorite flavor.
I love the orange.
I might have had a sip of yours once, and I don't that guava.
Girl.
That guava tastes like marijuana.
Yeah.
God help me.
Yeah, no, it tastes like bong water.
Yeah, it was gross. It was nasty boots.
Totally.
What else is going on?
Who cares? Oh yes, we could open that. I got one little PR box before because we did a PR unboxing on Patreon.
Yeah.
We'll do a live purchaser pass to
right
see.
now.
Let's talk about it.
Did you see what it was?
Yes, I did, girl. We're going to do a whole episode on this brand, but we are going to tease this right now, maybe to gauge your interest. There is a brand called MCoBeauty. It's the #1 Australian brand in Australia, and they are a dupe brand. If you think Elf is bad, this brand is so unapologetic. Like the packaging is the same. The name is practically the same. The name game. Lana, Bonana, Banana, Banana, Bobana. They are so unapologetically dupe that it's like crazy.
But I will say, I want to, no spoilers here. If you go on my Instagram, when I did the Battle of the Bronze Drops, and I put these up against all of the dupes up against Drunk Elephants.
Yes.
I gotta say, theirs, packaging, everything was criminal. Formula.
Oh. Boots. Nasty.
Horrible.
Okay.
Too pigmented. It was like gold foundation. I said, Mama, this isn't what it's supposed to be.
Totally. Now this is like, they've sent me a lot of stuff. So I have a lot we could show you in person.
I don't think there's anything new that you haven't.
They have yet to send me this.
Yeah.
Guys,
it's the exact packaging.
Volumes. Girl, like even more than Elf. Like,
it's
the
to the
font,
cap,
the colors of the text.
and
like
the line through it through the MCO, like everything.
Charlotte Tilbury.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. But what also shocked me, like this is the Drunk Elephant, the Bronze Drops. Like it's
the packaging
everything is exactly
identical.
the same. They have the glow wand, which obviously everyone ripped off. But I will say these are the only ones that are like the same size as Charlotte.
The same
like
packaging. It's the same unit.
Everything, girl, and a different shade of the
lip
oil.
That's stunning.
Which, Mama, I got to tell you, you know the other lip oil, the pink
I love
that they
it.
sent me. So I have to say, at this point, they've sent me so much stuff. But I think what would also be really cool is to
I love it.
like do a whole episode on this and dupes in general. But this brand, and maybe we'll look up like the history of this brand because it's an Australian brand, like where they came from, how long they've been around there. because it's super.
Look at that.
Girl, exactly identical. So we'll do, and then I'll bring up all my products and we can like kind of.
And it's weird because what is that? That's supposed to dupe Dior, I'm assuming.
Yes, the lip oils.
But it's weird that it's not in like Dior packaging.
Exactly. And who maybe this
Very
is
funny.
That's what I mean. I almost wonder if there's like a way we could find out exactly who they're trying to dupe, because maybe this is something else we're not thinking of. Some of it is like really good and some of it's really bad, but it's just such an interesting concept that you have this Australian brand. Okay, this is coming off. Baloney. Baloney. This Australian brand duping like
US products.
American companies harder than anyone. Like, this is crazy. So we'll give you the background and go through all the products.
Girl, I'm surprised there's not lawsuits. Maybe
That's what I mean. I know. So,
girl, that color, that lip oil is gorge. I mean, it's going to be sheer. Wow. It's such a beautiful shade.
Yeah,
of
spoiler alert, this lip oil's lit. But I will say this. This brand ain't that cheap.
No.
Those bronzing drops are like $22, $23. How much is Drunk Elephant?
$38.
Okay.
But it's cheaper, still, but it's not cheap. It's not like they're making it for $7.99.
I know.
How do we feel?
I already like use the other one all the time.
I
love this formula. Yeah, I don't like the applicator. You
I
gotta
don't
like
either.
get a lot on.
I like that it's not a jumbo applicator because sometimes when I feel like it's those like gargantuan wands, I feel like it's outrageous.
Yeah.
Girl, the applicator is like exfoliating.
The Flawless Filter dupe.
Girl.
It's not doing that thing. It's not that Elmer's gluey thing. But we'll see. I got to let it dry down because that's the thing.
Do you have Flawless Filter still?
Yeah. I think I might have threw it out.
I have one. We'll come.
Yeah. Girl, okay, that's the episode. We're talking about MCoBeauty, this brand new brand. We'll give you all the tea on them, where they're from, where they were made, and then we'll try to get all the products that their products are duping.
And I have this.
And we'll compare.
Too. I have this color.
Even the elf we'll try to get. You know what I mean?
I have it.
What do you think? It's not bad. We'll see. We'll see. And on that note, let's take a break.
We'll be right back.
All right, everybody, we are back with a Jagunda purchaser pass.
I'm so ready for this.
Let me tell you. First up, we have the Colourpop Precious Metals collection. When I saw this palette on Instagram, I slid off my chair.
Yeah.
This is so beautiful. Look at her. And you know why? We are missing like a matte white. Would have made this probably flawless. We have 3 transition colors, a rosé, a warm, and a cool. Then we have some oranges, burgundies, reds, and then we have a cool tone brown, a warm tone brown, and a black. What I love is in these palettes specifically by Colourpop, not in their like which is so annoying, which we'll get to it. Another collection just came out that you purchased and returned. They're themed palettes. They're, Muppets palettes, whatever.
They're licensed.
Licensed palettes are a totally different formula, and it drives me insane. Because here, not even, obviously you guys can see those chunky, beautiful, blinding shimmers. That one, you know which one.
Oh, no,
so metal. That is erotic. But what I love is even the let's just say the shimmers, not the glitters, are gorgeous in these formulas, and I don't understand why this isn't the formula across the board. But needless to say, this, for me, even the reflective packaging, the pan sizes in these, actually, they're deceiving where they're a little smaller than like what you think with the Morphe palette, but I actually like that because I don't know, I find like who goes through
I don't need like giant pans of eyeshadow.
No. But I would love to get my hands on this.
Me too. And you know what I really would, to your point, the licensed collections that do come out, why can't we come out with them with this amount of colors and do the formula like this and have a ton of options?
It's crazy. It shows you that no one cares. When you work in like with certain companies and in business, we all experience it probably with our job. Isn't it so shocking how few companies care about details? Like if I was that licensee that I was licensing my thing, my TV show, my whatever, like, and I was the one in charge of it, you better believe I would be saying to Colourpop, like I would look into the brand I'm partnering with and I would say, hey guys, how come these ones over here are like this and then ours is chalk dust? Like this collaboration.
Because these people don't care about makeup. They don't care about makeup.
Yeah, they don't care.
They only care about licensing the name.
Yeah, it's about whatever
and
coin
making
they can
money.
Make, slapping it on the palette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. It's so weird to me. And I mean, for $35, this is unbelievable. And then in this collection as well, so the palette is 35.
Look at the swatches.
And you know that so metal color. Look at that. You
I
could
know,
spot
girl.
it from here.
That's silver.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, this is stunning. And what an amazing palette I wish I had when I was doing bridal makeup.
Absolutely.
To do like really warm eyes and everything. Ooh,
but I love that they even got neutrals in there.
Yeah.
Look at, there's that neutral brown, and there's neutral and cool tone transition shades.
Yeah.
You know how we always recommend to you guys for drugstore eyeshadow the nearly natural or nearly neutral from Colourpop. You know which one? The big palette like this. It's the nearly neutral. The nearly natural.
There's like the Stone Cold Fox,
or
barely, which is cool tone,
barely natural,
or barely bare, or something. It's
some bare necessities. Oh my god!
The simple bare necessities.
That was really feeling around in the dark. We got there. The bare necessities palette. I'm adding this. This is honestly like the sexy nighttime version of the bare necessities.
Love this.
This is like a great everyday palette too, but just more amped up.
So then in this collection too, you get 6 Jelly Much gel shadows, which the swatches of these are crazy. These are $9 each. Look at these shades. Imagine putting this down and setting it with one of those blinding shimmers.
Girl.
I love that silver's calling my name, and that pink and that gunmetal. I want
want the gunmetal.
Yeah.
With a 90s lip.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yes. Which more to come on that.
Oh girl.
So if you aren't subscribed to the Patreon, you're only getting half the story.
Oh girl, things are popping off over there. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And let's just say Kevin and I might be
doing a little venture.
Doing a little adventure where we make our perfect lips.
Yeah.
So you want to head over to Patreon. Okay, next up. Yes. Oh, but anyway, the whole collection's a purchase for me. Colourpop.
Oh, purchase.
Absolutely.
Hands
Absolutely.
Down. Wicked.
Wicked.
Okay. So next up, this is something I am so excited about. This is the Danessa Myricks collaboration with My Kit Co. brushes. So now Danessa Myricks, I love her.
Mm-hmm.
Iconic brand. So this is so amazing. They debuted this at the makeup show in New York. It is a collection of 40 brushes.
Wow.
And I need you to get ready for this because there is the Ultimate Edition, which is all 40 in the set for $450.
I was going to say it's going to be a mortgage payment. Yeah.
If you sign up for the text, with Danessa Myricks, you can get 20% off your first purchase.
Okay.
And so then you pay about like $390.
Okay.
If you get 20% off. Then there's the face.
That's for the makeup artists out there or the makeup enthusiasts.
Yeah, especially, I mean, and these are high
these are going to be insane.
My Ultimate Edition, so that's the 40, is $450. There's the My Face Edition, which is 17 brushes for $275.
Okay.
The My Eye Edition, which is 12 pieces, is $175. The Detail Edition, 11 brushes, $150. Starter Edition, 10 pieces, $175.
Okay.
So when you get the 40-piece brush set, I think you're paying about $11.25 per brush. I think I did the math on that, and I was like, oh my god, that's great. That's not that bad.
Yeah, that is really not that bad. When you think
per
about
brush, it's really not terrible at all. Because if it's full price, $450
$450 for 40 brushes.
Yeah, and I think it's $11.25 or something.
Yeah, $11.25. So honestly,
I think it's worth it. I mean, honestly,
40 brushes.
It is steep.
You'll never need another, but you'll never need another brush. You know what I mean? At least it's
it
a
has
lot of brushes.
Every single brush.
Yeah, that's not that crazy when you think about it.
No,
that's Morphe prices, for brushes.
Because if you are someone, let's say you're a makeup artist, right? And if I were like building my kit right now and I needed a full set of brushes,
if I was doing bridal makeup, I'd buy this in 5 seconds.
Yeah, because I am not joking. This has every single brush you will ever need on a client, yourself, whoever you get this for, and why you get this. I'm like losing my mind because I've been talking myself out of it for weeks because I'm like, I stop. You don't need it, because I saw her teasing them. I was like, I don't need another brush set, but I'm like, oh my god,
yeah.
There's something about these brushes that are like. Yeah. It's like the back of the hand just softly caressing my face.
A kitten paw. Yeah.
Yeah, I need it.
Well, especially for a makeup artist, and it's like obviously whether you guys want to invest in it or not. But I mean, like I said, if I was still doing bridal makeup, I would get this in 5 seconds because your tools are so important. Like your tools make makeup so much it can improve the overall result tenfold. Like, look at that, the top middle photo, that one, you know, the one at the bottom, that foundation
that
probably brush, girl.
Imagine laying in foundation with that
on. I know.
And then pressing it in the skin. It's the perfect brush set.
I know.
And I love that it's a full collection of 40 brushes.
Yeah,
and what's interesting too, because somebody asked them at the makeup show, somebody that went and let me know, she was like, yeah, we asked like when they were up there presenting, they were like, oh, are you going to sell them individually? And they were like, we didn't get there yet.
Yeah.
But I bet you, I mean, they would be so silly not to. But then again, when they sell them individually, they're not going to be $11.25 per brush. They're going to
be $16.
Yeah, they're going to be more expensive. It's going to
be
spend
Sephora brush prices. It'll be a foundation brush will be probably $26, $30.
Yeah.
And an eyeshadow brush will be $16.
Yeah. Yeah. So it'll definitely be worth it. So this is a purchase for me. Cool. I am like floored by this.
That's
I'm
awesome.
so excited. Not again. So
again.
A fucking again.
The whole time.
So I immediately I think this got released for May the 4th originally for Pat McGrath. So I originally got excited because of the Darth Vader purse. And I was like, so I immediately,
if you do not get that purse and carry it on this show hold it out.
And because if the purse was sold separately, I'd buy it.
Yes.
The only way to get it is if you get the full collection.
Yeah.
And the full collection, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 pieces that wasn't a pre-existing product. So there are no new colors in anything. The palettes are all re-promoted, as we already know that she was guilty of the last Star Wars collection, that it was one of the other motherships that was discounted at the time and then re-promoted it as a full price palette, and it was the same thing, and people were like, so I'm paying full price for the Star Wars packaging,
exactly,
even though it's 30% off.
And what was the one that she just put the sticker on that people were peeling off? Was that this?
Yeah,
that was the Star Wars,
the Star Wars, that it was the same exact palette.
Absolutely.
So now we have this collection from Pat McGrath. It is the Galactic Glam Total. Guess how much this whole collection is, right? What you see right now.
So, and the whole collection is the star
on the left,
Darth Vader purse.
Oh, here I have it right here. So, 3 palettes, a pigment, 3 mascaras, 2 metallic lipsticks, a gloss, and then the collector's case.
Because that's what I want, a metallic lipstick.
Yeah.
The whole collection, my God, it's probably $160.
$420.
Say that again. I didn't even hear the end of it because the minute the 4 came out of your mouth.
$420. And that's just for the left side, because don't look at the other, because then there's that other color, that gunmetal shadow. No, you don't get that.
Oh my actual God. That's insane. And let me tell you, we've talked about it ad nauseum. The quality of these shadows is not as good as her mothership formula. It's like a dumbed down, like Colourpop. It's a dumbed down formula. The packaging of this is cardboard with a sticker on it.
Yeah.
Magnetic closure, but it's like very cheap feeling. It's not like, that is insane.
Yeah,
insane.
And then I want you to guess. So now the collection on the right, the Glam Essentials. So it's the Divine Droid palette.
Okay.
Mascara in black, pigment in Falcon Noir, which they already made with this collection, the metallic lipstick, and the collector's case.
What is Falcon Noir? That means black?
Yeah.
With a Star Wars sticker on the tube.
Yeah.
It's a black mascara.
Yeah, like the Falcon Noir is like the Millennium Falcon from Star. So you renamed a product.
Yeah.
But it's the same goddamn product.
That's what I mean. This is like
Yeah.
This is like me collaborating with the movie Black Swan and taking my existing black mascara and calling it the Black Swan mascara. It's
the same.
It's my black mascara. So not like
So how much do you think a 4-piece makeup collection with the bag?
If the other one was that, I mean, that would have to be $125. No. 160. 200?
$205.
And how much is the other one? 400 what?
420.
How is 1/3 of the product half the price?
Isn't that?
It should be
wild?
1/3.
It's wild.
You're literally missing out on
2 mascaras, a lip gloss, and 2 palettes. So you're telling me that all of that is worth,
girl, it's ridiculous.
$205?
I don't know.
it really makes me sick, honestly.
I know
like,
we were all
thinking about it.
gooning over her like Maison Margiela makeup, but it doesn't change the fact that I am so disappointed in everything Pat McGrath has been doing with the makeup line for honestly a
Artistry
year
level has nothing
to do with
has
your
nothing to do with
products.
our opinions on these products at
No,
this point, because and the whole thing about the whole, like, we're coming out with a product that you're going to be able to do the glassy skin with,
yeah,
but you didn't use that product when you did it.
exactly.
So why
And
am I buying that to recreate what you did with Freeman's gel mask?
exactly.
I'm confused.
And girl, who's using that? You know what I mean? Why don't
On a
you
day-to-day basis,
put
I'm
more?
I'm
What?
gonna go work at H&R Block
My
with
accountant has Maison
yeah,
Margiela
and
glass
just
skin.
they're like,
Yeah,
"Welcome, sit down, please."
yeah.
Like, I can't.
What?
Like, what are we
What? Why don't you
doing?
worry about the brand you already have? You know what I mean? And the products you already have. That people are peeling the stickers off of your $60 palettes at TJ Maxx. Why don't you worry about that? But I ain't gonna say that. Do you remember Harriet from Family Matters?
Yes.
The mom.
Yes.
I love. She always used to like tell someone off,
Iconic.
like say it, but then be like, "But I ain't gonna say that," and walk out. And it was my favorite thing.
Yeah. Oh my. Iconic.
Yeah. All right. Next
Iconic.
up, we have see. Okay, this is what we're talking about. This is another Colourpop collection.
Mhm.
You can take this away because you were personally victimized.
I was, you know what? I was really hurt by this because there are certain creators that were posting about this that said it was really amazing. So I wanted to review the collection and I was like, oh, let me go buy it. Not available in any stores yet, but if you called, they would like pull it out of the back for you. So I did that. Only had the palette and the blush. So long story short, I get here, I have it with me and we swatch it and you called it that lavender shimmer. By the way, this is the Colourpop Pokemon collection.
And the one you're talking about. So if you're watching the visual, it's the it's the most glittery purple one. And I said to Kevin, I'm on the Colourpop PR list, and I hate that they don't send me the precious metals collections. I only ever get new core products, which I love. I'm very grateful, Colourpop. Thank you. Like when they come out with whatever, powders or blushes or whatever. But mostly, I will say, it's these collections, and I've gotten so many of these Colourpop collections and Twilight collections and Dream collections and whatever Cowboy collection, and it's this formula, and it's not the tea. It's the mattes are nice, but half the mattes have like hidden specks of glitter in them, and then that purple one that clearly from even this photo looks the most blinding. It's that deceiving kind of formula where as you go like this and dip into it, it's so hard pressed that when it goes on, it looks more like a topper, a sheer topper, where in the precious metals, if you dipped into the blinding ones in the precious metals Colourpop palette, full coverage as though you used a liquid eyeshadow. So this, and then let alone the shimmers and the like not glittery ones.
Do you remember when I swatched that bottom Pewter City?
Chalk dust.
And it was cigarette ash with glitter in it when I swatched it here.
Girl, it is not the tea.
Yeah.
So sorry, keep going. Yeah.
So the palette is $30. There's a lip mask, lip balms, everything, single shadows, lip gloss trios, whatever. This whole collection, I have never cash grab City Mama. You're going after a fandom that I think that at this point, they're like, who has the most devoted fans?
Yes. Who are the stands? Yeah.
Oh, and in the reveal video for this, they had oh my god, what's his name? Frederick Chen.
Oh, okay. Yes, Frederick.
So he was so excited to see this collection. He was a huge Pokemon fan, so they brought him in. They blur out. They bring him a tray of the Colourpop displayed out, walking it to him. Blurred out the bottom section because it's something that's not revealed yet. Everyone was like, oh, Sailor Moon Part 2. Because I feel like when Colourpop does this, especially when they did it with Twilight and they did all that, I'm like, stop.
Guys, yeah.
Let it breathe.
Yeah.
And you had a thing.
I know.
If Sailor Moon did that well, which it couldn't have, because when I was in the Ulta buying this palette, they still had Sailor Moon stuff in the clearance section.
Totally.
So it didn't sell out everywhere. So stop. It didn't. Nobody loved the Sailor Moon where we needed part 2 now.
Exactly.
And I just like, I feel like the Pokemon collection already sold out, which is like wild to me. But I think Pokemon has a
diehard fan base.
A diehard fan base that it was nostalgic even for me to look at it because I grew up trading Pokemon cards and it was like such a huge part of my childhood. So I was excited for this and I couldn't wait to get like the Pokeball lip mask. And I was like,
yeah.
And then when I saw it in store the other day, I was like, I don't need this. I don't need it.
No.
I don't need that on my nightstand.
Yeah.
My dog is going to take it and thinking it's a ball.
Absolutely.
And then she's going to run.
My sister's Dakota came over. My sister's dog, Dakota, came over the other day at the house, and I'm showing her because we painted our master bedroom. And all of a sudden, Dakota comes running in my bedroom with this big pink fluffy like this ottoman but miniature like this, and me and my sister are like, oh my god, what the hell? And we like, Adri takes it out of her mouth and it was a She Glam glitter puff, and I'm like, oh god. So I'm like looking, I'm like, Dakota's tongue's gonna be like a disco ball. yeah I was dying. But
oh my god, that's so cute.
And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm 30, but like I don't, and I get that this is for a younger audience, but I don't know.
I don't think it is.
I like, and that's what's frightening because I
think they're going after the millennials.
Yeah. And I remember when we ripped the Twilight collection to shreds and we were saying like, this is ridiculous. Like this better not sell well. Who's going to buy this? And then people thought they were doing something by like coming back at us being like, oh, they were wrong for once because it sold out. Okay, we know it's sold out. It doesn't make it right.
And it doesn't make it good makeup.
Yes. As a 30-year-old, like I love a lot of things. I have a lot of things that make me nostalgic. Just printing that character on a cardboard box containing a piece of makeup that is a piece of shit doesn't make me want it.
Right.
So you're buying a cardboard box.
Right.
With Pikachu on it. Like, I don't love anything that much.
And then when you're wearing the shitty yellow eyeshadow.
That's what I mean.
Does that make you feel nostalgic for Pokemon?
That's what I'm saying. Like the Twilight collection. Like, so you all ran out and bought a Twilight palette because it had the word Twilight printed on a cardboard unicarton?
Yeah.
The makeup in it was not worth the price.
No.
I don't love anything enough to buy it just because it's printed on a cardboard box.
No, and
it's not, maybe I would, but the other added element of it for me is like, if you really are a super fan of something, I would rather not buy it and make the brand realize that they need to improve the quality. But when you settle for shit, you're going to get shit.
And that's why they keep doing
these collections. If people flooded the comment section of Colourpop and said, why aren't these collections your other formula? Because these are nasty.
Yeah.
Maybe they would change it. But instead, everyone runs out and buys it, uses it once, and then it's going to throw it out in 5 years after never using it again. You know, and you made them, they're laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah, exactly. And we've learned very quickly that Colourpop can make these collections very, very
5 seconds.
fast.
Yeah.
So it's a pass for me.
Totally. Okay, gotta take this mask off now. Oh. My baloney had a first name.
Oh, did I not take?
Let's take a break. Let's get back to purchase or pass.
All right. So next up, we have 3 new shades of the one size setting powder.
Dripping.
Wicked. And I gotta say, can you just like agree with me here that something doesn't look right about that top picture of that powder versus the one that's the trio at the bottom? Why does the yellow almost look radioactive here? And then in the bottom, it looks right.
Okay, so the photo with the 3 of them together is probably closer to real life.
Yeah.
And the solo photos are the photoshopped Sephora images, and mama, the saturation is turned up to 150.
Because you could tell this is Photoshop because look at the texture of the powder. It's the same indentations in all 3 of them.
Clocked. So what Kevin means, if you're confused, is in the powder, look at the pattern of the powder, the way it's laying in there.
All the divots in the powder, it's all the same. Look at all the shadows and all the ridges in the powder.
Meaning it was probably their translucent powder, the white powder that they had a really good picture of, and they Photoshop all the tones instead of taking photos of the actual product, because then you're not doing another photo shoot.
Yeah.
You're not paying for a photo shoot. You're just uploading. You're taking the old image and photoshopping
adding your color
and
in.
adding the color. Yeah.
Um,
Anywho's.
so the 3 new colors that we have. So we have Ultra Peach, which is the lightest of the new additions, and then we have Rich Peach, which is the deeper orange, and then Marigold, which is the yellow tone powder.
Okay.
So
I mean,
then
go ahead.
if you go to the next photo, so the viewers see that we have all of these to go for every skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we're really on this train of trying to do what Huda Beauty does
Yes.
already.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm on board.
The only one I'm struggling with is Marigold. because
Banana powder, sure.
yeah,
But
girl,
that is like
ground mustard.
primary yellow.
Big Bird. Like, I don't, especially for skin that deep,
I would want
would use dark deep. I would use my thing, if I had skin as dark as the woman here under the Marigold photo, I would use the dark deep color for brightening on my under eyes, and then instead of that Marigold, I would have did a dark deep. I would have did that family but darker.
Yeah.
More human skin tone.
More,
I don't why would you want, maybe, I don't know, but I mean, I've done many of women's makeup whose skin is this deep, and I would never gravitate towards that Marigold powder.
No.
I don't get that.
No. And
I would use dark deep for a brightening under the eye, and then I would want to use an even darker setting powder for her face.
And even so, like, even for somebody that dark, I've used colors like Rich Peach.
Yeah.
If things go too neutral and you need warmth again,
Absolutely.
then you use Rich Peach to add warmth again. But I mean, listen, if this works for somebody, and I guess if like
what I would also do too, what a great thing, have a dark deep shade, darker for that last model, but make it more reddish as a neutral to be able almost color correcting, because especially with darker skin like that.
Get out of my head.
A lot of the thing with deeper skin is not only is there so many tones going on in the skin, but like Naomi Campbell always said about Kevin Aquan. Kevin Aquan always told Naomi Campbell, if another makeup artist does your makeup and he uses one color on your face, fire them. Because many times people with darker skin can have their neck is one color, then the outside of their face is another, the inside of their face is lighter. So much so that if you use the same product everywhere, some places can be ashy, some places can be too dark. So you're using multiple tones. A. B, another thing is undertone. A lot of it, depending on what you use, there can be times when you want to offset something and make it more warm or make it more cool. So since we already have the Rich Peach, now give me cool tone for darker skin powder as that neutralizing agent, depending on how you need it, like you would use Rich Peach.
And you know what I'm even thinking? How we have Ultra Pink. Imagine Ultra Magenta.
That's what I mean. Give me, yes.
Like a sheer, and I'm not saying because Ultra Pink isn't making your under eyes pink, but imagine a pink toned deep powder. Because pink powder, yes, is trending to brighten.
Yes.
And imagine a magenta.
That's what I mean.
Rich, like berry powder.
Yes. Something super like darker than dark deep, but leaning reddish pinkish as your cool tone, because you could use Rich Peach to warm things up and use that to cool things down.
Yeah.
But make it
if
darker
ever
for
too
that,
warm.
that model there, because why in hell would
Agreed.
you use?
So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like very much like this.
So what are the new ones? Sweet Honey and Rich Peach?
No, Ultra Peach, Rich Peach, and Marigold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have liked to see more innovation, especially from one side.
I agree.
But next up, we have these are the Ilia Lip Sketch Hydrating Lipstick and Liner Crayons. So it's the creamy comfort of a lipstick with the precision of a lip liner, soft matte finish, weightless, glides on, 12-hour color, hyaluronic, all that. $26.
Hyaluronic, all that.
Yeah, like, niacinamide, I'm sure. $26 with 12 shades.
Okay.
So these are the colors here. I have a few of these at home.
Warm.
They are very what you would expect.
Girl. Nary a cool tone in sight. Warm.
Yeah. Mauve, mama. I would have liked to see big swings with color. I know this is more of a clean brand. I love the packaging of these. I love the feel of them going on. They feel really nice, but I would love to see shades that are cool toned.
Which being clean has nothing to do with color.
Well,
so they
because-
should give me that.
being clean is that the clean aesthetic, people always want colors like this.
Wait, so are they a clean brand, or are they a brand that goes after people who want clean
aesthetics?
Aesthetic.
Both. Because this is like the clean girl makeup brand, but they want...
Yeah.
And I do
Okay,
love...
clean girl makeup. People who want clean makeup don't only want to wear peach.
Yeah.
They don't only want warm tones.
I want to know where they like...
It's starting to get personal.
Well, this is where like I want to see the consumer study where they say these colors, because look at this shade range. This is what people want.
My paralysis nightmare.
And so now the trend of concealer lips is coming back into play, where those like cool tone, almost like white beige lipsticks are coming back into play. I can't wait a year from now. These brands are going to be like, we're doing it. We're doing it. We did it.
I know.
And I'm going to be like, no, this is what I've wanted all along. But
absolutely.
Okay. And it's so funny to me, from the lightest to the medium skin tones, and then on the deeper skin tones, how gray.
Oh my God.
These first 7 colors are. I'm going to say 7.
These are all the same colors swatched on 3 different skin tones. It's showing you 3 different skin tones. Look at the lightest 5 on that deep skin. Kevin, girl, corpse bride. What are those?
Yeah.
How could you even post those photos?
Yeah. I made it myself.
Yeah. Girl, pass. Girl, pass.
I like these, but we need more shades.
And what these shades are, all of them, even if half the collection wasn't dusty on this, let's be frank, medium skin tone.
This isn't even a deep skin
not
tone.
Even.
But they literally could not, if they put these on a deep, rich skin tone.
Oh my God. And B, what does work on everyone, you can go get from NYX for $4. So
because red will always
be red. And NYX has about 50,000 different red lip liners. So for that reason, pass on this collection for me.
Yeah.
I got these.
No, you didn't.
I did. I'll go get them. This is the new MCoBeauty. What are these?
The liquid bronzers.
Liquid bronzers.
You got these?
I got these. Hold on. Let me go grab them so we can feel them. Okay. Oh my God. I finally found him. That's another super.
All right. So we got to stop talking about him now that he's back in the room. But.
Okay. So what are these called?
So these are the new, sorry, let me just pull it back. MCoBeauty Dew Bronze Soft Focus Effortless Liquid Bronzers.
Okay.
Wow.
So I have the shades Sand, the lightest, and Swim.
Oh.
God forbid I get Salt. The cool tone, second one. That would match me. Give me the 2 oranges.
Why would you?
Because that means we sent Sand and Swim to everyone with light skin, opposed to picking shades per person. So we just picked 2 that would.
Silly to me.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that they did this, because these are $25, 6 shades.
Okay, very full coverage.
And I like this formula. I love liquid bronzers in the sense, because I like the sense of no shimmer in these, right? They're more dewy.
Okay, I will say this super quick. They look so much warmer in the photos than they really are. So that's
Whoa.
Sand.
Gorge.
And this one is Swim. So see how orange Swim looks in the photo?
Can you
It's not that,
touch a little bit at the bottom, almost blend it out to see, because that Swim color, why would they even think that's remotely, girl, no.
Yeah.
You need salt and spritz, if anything. Why wouldn't they send you the first 3?
That's what I mean. I would have loved Salt and Spritz. I could probably make Sand work, but it's very pretty. It blends out really nice.
That's gorgeous.
Very glowy. Because I have to say, I bought that cream bronzer everyone loved a couple years ago. Red. It was red.
They came out with more
red
colors.
bronzers. Yeah. These
But I
are
love
more
this.
neutrally kind of less crazy. Yeah.
Wow. I feel like I'm going to love this formula.
You will love this, because I feel like this would be really, really nice for dry skin.
Yeah.
If you have dry skin, I think you'll love these, or mature skin leaning
This
dry.
color.
Yeah. You'll love them.
This is not. What are those? This is
The
way
swatches
more
are
neutral.
totally off. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That feels
Wow, look at the glow on that.
incredible.
That's beautiful. For dry skin, this is stunning.
I'm gooning right now.
Yeah.
That is a purchase. Love
For
this.
oily skin, I would not. I don't know. I just think there's better for oily skin. The Trixie Sticks, the Hindash cream bronzer, they're more long wearing probably
Wow.
than these are going to be.
I'm really impressed.
Wow, yeah, look at the glow.
I'm impressed. I
Super
really
pretty.
am.
Yeah, purchase definitely for dry skin.
Purchase.
This is stunning. Because you know
Amazing.
why too? I will also say purchase, even though this is a little bit more of a higher price tag, is because I think a lot of the nice cream bronzers at the drugstore that are more affordable are creams. They're heavier. It's like the Milani cream and it's pot creams. There's
Yeah.
not a lot other than like NYX, and Elf. There's not and the Milani contours, but the Milani is like 4 shades. There's not a lot of liquid contours, but even still, a lot of them don't go deep enough.
And a lot of them, packaging wise, messy. Stop with the squeeze tubes. That the Milani ones get gushy.
Girl, say it.
When you like put the cap
Disgusting
on.
with
Stop
that
doing
sponge.
that. But
This
with
is
this,
so clean.
controlling this of
Swipe
like,
that,
I
yeah.
would even like roll
Oh,
this.
definitely. I put it on the back
And
of my
then
hand.
back of the hand, like pick it up. Because ever since you taught me that with like the cream
Yes.
bronzers, I have never done. I've always used to swipe creams on. All
Yeah. No.
And I'm just really
Because then you're
obsessed.
locked into using that much
Yeah.
product. You want to put it on the back of your
Yeah.
hand, make sure that it's really worked into the brush. There's
Yeah.
not things, and then stipple it on the skin. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I would even love to I would love to see more colors from this line too,
Yes.
going deeper with the bronzer.
Yep.
I want, because I'm not those swatches or the
I wouldn't
product
trust
shots.
any of these
Don't
product
trust that.
shots because it's very different real life.
Yeah. I would say I want to see these go darker.
Uh-huh.
I want to go darker. I want more in between
lighter.
colors and lighter.
This is the
I
lightest shade.
Yeah, I would want it to go definitely lighter
And
I would-
darker.
and darker,
Like
for
too
sure.
darker. Yeah.
At
Because that also
least.
looks very red. Not that we can trust it, but it looks kind of red.
It does. It does.
It looks a little Bobby Brownish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Warm chestnut.
Yeah.
Bobby Brown was notorious for that.
Chestnut.
For that shit.
Absolutely.
Praline. And I was like, girl, stop.
My God.
All right.
Oh.
You want to take this one?
Wow. We have the Natasha Denona,
It's called the Golden Collection.
the Golden Collection. So a lot of people were dragging this online saying you've done this before, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a psychopath, but I'm a firm believer that I can. No, I'm going to have to calm myself down because I'm getting excited and I have to pull myself back to earth.
No,
I was going to say
it.
there's not like I can never have enough gold shades, but then I get mad when there's too many golds that are the same. But I will say, okay, John, stop being turned on and be realistic. I think at this point with Natasha, she does have all these shades in other palettes. And for this palette to be so expensive, I'm getting worried with Natasha Denona's palettes like this because I think she's starting to get into Pat McGrath mothership territory where the more we come out with them, you gotta be really intentional about what you've already done, where we should go, and what's new and different, rather than just making the same thing for dinner every night, but adding in one different spice doesn't cut it all the time.
Yeah, putting a bumper sticker on the car, mama.
That's what I mean. It's like
It's a different bumper sticker on the car every
Yeah.
time, and I hate this. I
You let me go on for yeah.
I
Well, you don't
like
like gold eyeshadow,
I don't.
which that's fucking insane to me.
I don't like gold eyeshadow on me. I think it
Oh.
looks very displaced. I think it looks cheap on me.
Yeah,
I just feel
it's
very.
the face, not the shadow. oh,
I think the gloss looks very like.
girl.
It looks like YSL gold primer in a gloss packaging.
Yes.
The highlighter trio, being that it's $55, is
For who?
criminal.
And for who? Other than a makeup artist who's
And
wearing all three of
All
those.
three shades, and then the eyeshadow palette. I mean, listen, if I were to wear gold eyeshadow, I'd want it to be this. But for $69, if I have to dip into another palette to
I
get
know.
other shades that I need, you best believe
I know.
I'm not paying for this.
See, that's the other thing with these things. We say the same thing about Pat McGrath is like either you have to realize when you're designing a luxury palette, a $65 palette, it needs to be one of two things.
69.
It needs to be one of two things. Either an all-in-one that I do not need to dip into another shade. So I need a black. I need other things here. Or it needs to be a specialty palette, i.e. Pat McGrath motherships, which we always say is still not right, because if I'm paying that much, I want 10 of the unbelievable formula of that glitter galactic amazingness.
Yes.
I'm not paying $125 for 3 of those, 2 of them, and then 5 boo-boo chalky dust mats.
No, because if I'm going to pay that price point, I'm going to go to Adept.
That's what I mean.
And I'm going to buy their
an
palette.
all-in-one or an all next level artistry. It can't be this in between of you're trying to appeal to the every woman and it's still not enough for her to do her whole eyeshadow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's not a cohesive thought anymore, and I'm over these.
And enough
palettes.
with the highlighting trios, and enough with the highlighting blush trios, where we have 3 shades that can't work on one person. Split them up into individuals. Imagine those highlighters in round packaging, like the old Casa Gaga, with a gold little round mirror, want 3 solo shades. So that if you have that skin tone and it matches you, you can buy one shadow for one of those highlighters for a third the price.
Yeah.
Why are 3 highlighters for 3 different skin tones in one palette?
Yeah. And then there's gold gloss that's going to look clear.
That's a Catrice gloss in a, like, girl, I know. It's disappointing because this is our favorite eyeshadow formula. It's unbelievable, but it's tired. I really wish I could help with designing a palette like this.
All right, Miss Mama. So we have the Makeup by Mario. This is the multi-use soft sculpt bronzing and shaping serum. So these are $36. There are 7 shades. This is interesting because it is a pump formula.
I was going to say,
but it's also the pump. It pumps out, but the doe foot, you can open it up and there's a hole in it that the liquid goes through. And if you want to pump it out, or you could take it out and use the applicator.
Innovative. Good job, Mario. That turns me on.
It's
good
so
for you.
Cool.
That's really cool.
It's very cool.
That's awesome.
So I will say,
on that note,
yeah, we have to go darker.
Yeah.
It's a bronzer, mama.
Yeah.
We have to go darker.
And I will also say this is I'm sure we're going to get some claim as to why this is a bronzing serum, because why are we coming out with this when we already have soft sculpt bronzers in a pot, or the soft sculpt skin enhancers bronzing in a cream pot? Then we have the contour bronzing sticks.
And then we have powder bronzers.
We need 4 different bronzing products, 3 of them being liquids and creams.
A multi-use liquid bronzer that warms the complexion with a sun-kissed glow and softly shapes targeted areas with a sheer natural second skin finish. Isn't that what the enhancers do? I'm just at this point.
It's corny, tired, and played out. We're running out of ideas.
I like the packaging and the innovation. But here's my thing, mama. And I'm just thinking, because this hasn't been happening, I could see something going awry when we're pumping a product and then we're constantly undoing it to look at it.
Agreed.
And then it's just getting mushy messy putting it back on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's getting pumped out, but then if I lose the cap and then I'm undoing it and then I got to pump it and then it's messy and then I want to undo it and it's messy and it's...
But also my thing,
I don't know.
Goes back to this. When I see this, you know what I see, everyone? I see Mr. Mario himself in the lab conceiving this and creating this. And if I was there with him, it would beg thy question, what do your first 2 cream bronzing products not do that you think you need to make this?
Have a shimmer.
Why do we need 3 liquids / cream products from one brand
to do virtually the same thing?
What are we doing?
This one has skincare properties and shimmer to it, but like, if that's it, girl, wrap it up.
Yeah, because that skin enhancer, the one in the pot, that has shimmer in it. That has gold shimmer in it, girl. The what? Not the stick. The skin enhancer. Yeah. She is shiny.
Well, it's like very dewy.
Yes,
too,
and there's like
sheer.
Literally like flecks of like gold glitter in it.
And it's very sheer, which this is too. So I'm very curious to feel this.
But they're also both beautiful.
Yeah,
The
there was
skin
also
enhancer and the
yesterday
stick.
there was an event in the city for this, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
no.
nice, okay.
I think they hate. Yeah, they hate us.
So I'm like, oh, good, great.
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even know anymore.
This, I'm just like, I don't think this is
No,
necessary.
I don't think so.
I mean, go feel it, and if this
If
tickles
floats your
you,
boat, yeah.
and like if anything, mix this into foundation if you want it more glowy and bronzy for the summer. If something's not dark enough for you, but bronzing drops of the 400 colors, these liquid bronzers, the Say ones, are much better.
Because there's no glitter in this.
Yeah,
this is
like,
just really healthy and glowy. You know they're gonna be disco glitter in that.
and there's glitter in the foundation.
Yes, the mica. Like it's
I don't know, girl.
whatever. I'm gonna say it. A pass. Next up, Danessa Myricks. We have the Love is Love collection. I saw just the packaging on Instagram, and this is the first time I'm seeing it opened and seeing the product inside, and I'm having a very aggressive visceral reaction.
Somebody
What
said,
am I looking at?
somebody said this is like profusion, like Kmart makeup.
Oh my God.
Hard candy.
Hard candy. And I am ironically soft as hell. And this place, the irony is
I am
this
soft taffy.
and the irony is this place is godless.
Yeah.
Girl, this is not it. Look at, I hate when brands do what they did there in the middle, where all the shades
Connect. Because if I run my brush through that, it's gonna be brown. It's gonna be mocha shimmer, mama.
Girl,
Yeah.
don't
yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
And why is 90% of the surface space packaging?
And also, what is this package? Is this TV static packaging with Lisa Frank trippy hearts? And also, my OCD is, girl, going wild right now because what is that panda doesn't line up with the other?
It's so jarring, everything about this.
I'm like, and
even
then
the 3 shades of eyeshadow, I think.
4, there's a black
Where?
up top. It looks like there's a black
Black shimmer, a black half shimmer, a black half silver. I'm sorry, a silver half shimmer,
a purple
boo-boo plum. And then champagne-y, which actually looks pretty. But then these 2 highlight. Okay, can I say something,
people? It's a face and
people?
eye palette, by the way. Face and eye palette.
No! Okay, can I say something right now? I'm happy this is still coming out in May, because before we go into Pride season, let me tell you something, brands. You know what gay people love? You know what we love?
Mm-hmm.
Things that aren't tacky.
Yeah.
We love style. We love grace. We love Miss United States.
Yeah.
And I am over these tacky, because I'm going to say it. Trixie and Katya said it. The rainbow flag is ugly. The rainbow, it's beautiful. It represents safety for me. I love it. I love everyone. The rainbow itself as a design element is hideous. It is tacky. It is too much. Enough with this.
Yeah.
And what is this? You could have just made a fucking palette with round pans of rainbow colors, which still would have bothered me, but still.
But imagine those rainbow shimmers.
Try to get one out.
And I don't know. I think it's corny that it's like heart, and then it's supposed to spell out love is love in the palette too with the I, the line, and then the S next to it is.
I can't even see. Love is ew. That is so tacky.
Isn't that almost worse?
This is homophobic.
Do you want to guess the price?
Is homophobic.
So for, let's say, are we counting that middle thing as separate colors or one thing?
Oh, they're one shadow, because they will quite literally be one shadow in a short amount of time.
2 highlighters and 5 eyeshadows. How much?
125.
No.
Okay, less.
More.
No,
I'm kidding.
Oh,
stop! I just wanted to see
Yeah.
you squirm a little. Would you like a little more?
Yeah,
wine
after what's her fucking Pat McGrath $400 for sticker palettes. Keep going, girl. This is how much?
65. Criminal.
No.
That's criminal.
No.
Criminal.
Pass.
Pass.
I loved you, Danessa Myricks, but no.
Yeah. Okay, so next up we have the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Niacinamide Skin Tint with 27 shades.
That's not the deepest or lightest shade, right? Because this isn't 27.
No.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. So there's more shades.
But it's inexcusable.
Still, okay.
It's inexcusable.
Because even, I was going to say, we got about 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We got about, too many on screen for there. It's probably not too many darker than that.
They showed everything swatched on the models.
Yeah.
Did not go dark enough.
And you know what's more inexcusable than a brand that comes out with shades that aren't dark enough is when there's only, maybe they don't have the capital. It's like a smaller brand that they can only make 10 shades or something.
27.
You're Wet n Wild. You sell your makeup. You create your makeup for 50 cents and sell it for cheap, but still you're making a profit. You had enough to make almost 30 shades. 90% of these look like the same color. That first row is the same shade.
And the last row?
And the last 4 are the same color too.
Don't get me started.
Like you had to launch 26 shades. That's pretty good to start. Make a little, spread them out.
Yeah, 27 shades, $8.99.
Spread it out.
Walk a mile.
Serve it ancient city style.
I just need this to
I know.
Because after the first skin tint, the one with the blue cap was like 7 shades. I was like, that is criminal.
Absolutely.
Stop it. Now with 27, I was like, wow, this is going to be great that they're like going to come out with this skin tint.
That's probably why they're pulling that for this. They're pulling our favorite tinted hydrator for this.
But then this?
Yeah. Girl,
really?
26 shades and that's the spread. And I know there's a little bit lighter and a little bit darker at a picture.
And I'm sorry, if you are making 27 shades and you can't come out with 3 more colors.
Or just space them out. So many of these look identical. Like, I would rather you space it out and then fill in the gaps opposed to making, you know what I mean? 26 in the middle.
I need you to see the darkest model there.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know about that, girl.
I don't either. There's too many in the light, medium, and medium. There's like an
they all look the
amount.
same.
They all look the same.
It's becoming a problem.
It really is. It's a spatial issue here. They didn't space it out. I will say this is not going to be a pass. It might not be a purchase. It's going to be, intrigued. But I will say maybe if I can get my hands on this, if we can, we'll give this a try and we'll look at the shades in real life and see what the tea is. Because I hope for $8.99, Wet n Wild is pretty good with complexion products. The foundation, what's that? Photo Focus foundation, the tinted hydrator. They're good with foundation. So this could be good, but it really is just going to come down to the shade range.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we saw the teaser for this and it just looked like lipsticks almost. And I said to you, I was like, it's going to be
laser cut YSL.
Laser cut YSL and
with goji berry.
And it was this. Also, these are blush bombs. If you're on Patreon and you watch the Met Gala episode, apparently Cynthia Erivo had
2 of these on.
To be honest, I don't know. So I was thinking about this before we were filming because I watched the video. I can't quite tell what the formula is going to be. I have to say this is stumping me because it's giving the vibes of it. This isn't going to be like a milk jelly stick. Thank God. It's kind of a hybrid between a cream blush and a blush bomb like that. And I'm nervous.
Are you ready for this?
I'm nervous.
The description that we have.
Hit me with it.
We have a serum-based long-wear glassy blush that could be used on both lip and cheek. Contains 70% skincare actives like drumroll, fermented arnica.
Well,
because she's fracking on her arnica
absolutely.
farm. Goji berry complex, fermented shinko to hydrate and make skin look more plump. All day wear, fade resistant, 8 shades. And can I express something here that really chapped my fucking ass?
Do it.
We discontinued the powder blushes in Acai Sky. And so now all of a sudden we have glassy acai.
Oh, girl.
Oh, that's funny.
I know.
And then we have hibiscus and watermelon and rosette and all of these other colors that are very pomelo, which is like pomelo peach.
Yeah.
Very reminiscent of there's no dragon fruit color, but we have the bright pink. Which might as well be, you should have just called it glassy dragon fruit.
I wish things coincided like that.
So why don't we have this many shades in the powder blush formula?
I know. Totally.
Because it's just really getting annoying. Because imagine the Tangelo. Is that how you say Tangelo?
Tangelo, I think.
Is it Tangelo?
Sure.
Whatever.
Who cares?
Imagine that in a powder blush.
I know.
And watermelon, if it was actually the bright red that it is and not the dark red that is.
I know.
Like, I don't know, but I want to swatch these because I'm
so stumped by the formula, guys.
But this is not going to be good for oily skin because look how glassy it is.
Wet. But my thing is, for it to be that wet,
it's a serum base though. So
how is it that full
slippy
coverage in the swatches? Which makes me feel like there's tomfoolery going on.
But on the cheek, it looks
those
blendable.
Swatches.
Mama, you know what I think they did? They took a hunk out of these and they wiped on so much over over a stencil
Sticker
and then
stencil and peeled it
over.
off. Because
Yeah.
girl, if I am judging that formula based on how it looks in the tube, you ain't getting that full coverage. You getting sheer translucent coverage out of that.
Yeah. I
don't trust.
I don't
trust
and
this.
For the price.
Oh God, how much?
What do you think?
And also my other thing is, Mama, these are thin. I want one of these and I want to twist her up and she gonna be that much product.
How much do you think? Realistically, knowing HAUS
38.
Labs. 34.
Okay. But that's
It's a
very
lot.
little amount of product. Girl, that it's the size of a lipstick. At least it looks like it.
Yeah. I don't know,
I don't
girl.
know.
Take it back to the drawing board on your arnica farm.
I know.
Because calling this an innovation was wild.
Alrighty, guys, that is it for a brand new episode of Beautiful and Bothered. Thank you for this time together. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, so you know what? If we haven't made it clear, for those of you who have always wanted to support us,
girl,
and always said we want to make sure that we are monetarily able to support you, and I know that it is not in everybody's cards.
No.
Right? And this isn't the end of like content on here that you'll see makeup
girl,
police
we're
on
doing
here.
more makeup police on this channel. Calm down.
But we're giving the people that wanted to support us what they want.
And first of all, that having a Patreon platform, we can do so much over there that we physically cannot hear. We can't do anything with copyright. We don't even get copyright violations, and I need to argue it every month. Argue it every video. I need to review it by whatever. So it just allows us to do more things that we can't do here. And we both have to say, like, the amount of you that came over there, we were like floored. It was so insane. And at this point, it's only been out for 48 hours, and we're shocked. And we love you guys because it was really overwhelming.
It just speaks volumes because we posted about it once in the podcast. We
Last
didn't even post about it on socials at that time. So when this comes out, I don't even know if we will or not.
If there'll be an ad at the beginning of this for it. But yeah.
It's just like, it
Incredible.
really is eye-opening. So thank you so much to everybody who is. And if you're not already and you do want to join us on our Patreon family, make sure you go over right now, Beyond Bothered. It is amazing. There are
so much shit.
So many things that we're going to be doing. So many things coming down that you don't want to miss that will be exclusive on there.
In the podcast tier, which we are rolling out a beauty tier, the podcast tier, we have one full length, like hour and a half, 2 hour bonus episode every single month. We have bonus footage every single week. We're going to be rolling out a voice memo option for you guys to ask us your makeup questions.
Yes.
And then we will be in the episodes playing your message and answering your questions. And then very, very, very soon we are launching tier 3, which is an entire beauty tier, which is even crazier.
And something coming up. I'm so
the bonus episode we're doing this month on Patreon is insane.
That's gonna be so funny.
And let's just say the only teaser I'm gonna give you is we're reacting to something, and it's gonna be a long episode, and I'm gonna say 2 words: Pizza Hut. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel for your video episode 1 day early, and leave us a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It means the world to us. And again, make sure to check out over there on Patreon. We're having a ton of fun. And wherever you are, we hope you are happy, safe, and healthy. Happy Mother's Day to everyone, because we forgot to say it last week because we recorded before that day and we didn't realize it was going to be Mother's Day when the episode came out.
I know.
But happy Mother's Day to y'all. We love you. We love this community so much. You guys are so kind, so fun, so funny. Wherever you are, we hope you are happy, safe, and healthy. And remember,
you are beautiful.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Gay.
Wicked.
Wicked.